Hello, hello, hello. Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Miss Mouthy, and it is the Miss Mouthy Podcast. If it's your first time tuning into this podcast, welcome. You have stumbled upon a podcast that centers the narratives and experiences of trans and non binary folks and the allies that love and support us. And special shout out if you are returning set of lips, thank you for coming back to pop your stuff with your girl. And a shout out, a special shout out to our sponsors, the Black Trans Fund, that's centering joy and liberation for trans folks throughout the nation. So, yeah, this episode, if you do not know, is called If the Shoe Was on the Other Foot. And I thought it was important to entitle that because this month is Woman History Month, and I wanted to be able to do something a little different. So, change it up a little bit. And so, that's going to be putting the shoe on another foot. Um, and also, I think it's imperative to, as women, create opportunities, share your gifts with one another, and this will be history for Mouthy. I've never done something like this before. So, it all kind of like ties in. And yeah, somebody who I think deserves an opportunity and all of that. She is amazing. If you do not know her, you need to check out her YouTube channel and all her social. But I have my homegirl, Gorgeous, in the building. And this weekend, I was able to celebrate my child's 8th birthday. Anybody who knows me know how much my child means to me. So thank you, everybody who gave special shout out birthdays. Aspen really appreciated it. And if you're tuning in on Instagram, hey, what's up? Facebook and my YouTube fam, I love y'all. Share, like, and subscribe, all the things. And so, what's going to happen today, you guys, is that Gorgeous is going to run Mouthy today. I'm going to take over. I'm going to let her take over and do her thing. And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be the interviewee. And I just want to see her like do her thing as if this her shit. She going to run it like it's her shit. Like she going to do it as if this was her show and all the things. And hopefully from this, Mouthy can create things where we can work together on giving girls and guys a platform in this. Because I get so many questions around how to start a podcast, what do they need to do? And I like to help them. I like to help the people, but also to recognizing I'm tired of hearing the talk about it. Let's be about it. So I want people to start showing up. Y'all say this and y'all have me waiting on reserve for y'all podcasts and then y'all ideas. And some of y'all got really tremendous ideas, but y'all let it fall to the wayside. So this is my way of holding y'all accountable to just really jump into it. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up and let Gorgeous take it over. Go ahead, Gorgeous.
Hi, Miss Mouthy.
Hey, baby.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you for inviting me
Of course.
to your platform. This
Of
gonna
course.
be my platform today, but this her platform.
Thank you. Of course, you always welcome. I think it's so important, and I just really love your energy and
I
who
love
you
you
are. So
more.
I wanted to share you with the people, the lips.
Hey, lips. Say
Hmm.
nah. Um,
So
what
let's
I'm
get
here
into
to.
it. How would you start your show off? What would be the name, and how would you come into the room?
Girl,
Yes,
come in the room. Yeah. I'm ghetto.
you should be
You know,
ghetto.
I'm real ghetto. You know, I like to welcome people in, just open people up. Like,
Yeah,
um, just ask questions whatsoever, icebreakers
yeah.
whatsoever. Um,
So what if it was something like get ghetto with Gorgeous?
oh, that sounds cute.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
wake it up.
period. No, for real.
But yeah, wake it up with gorgeous. I mean, what you say?
Get ghetto with
Get
Gorgeous.
ghetto with gorgeous. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Oh, this is my first podcast right here. Oh my god.
No, take your time. Do your thing. It's all about you.
Oh, can we? I was just gonna jump into that. It is you.
Yeah, let's just jump in.
um. But how are you?
I'm amazing. I am so still on the high from the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think being able to watch my how do I have an 8-year-old is
Mm-hmm.
crazy to
It don't
me.
even look
So
like it. You look good.
thank you. They say what about black? It don't
Okay, it
create.
don't click at all.
um, but I also just think about like giving God the grace and the glory to like it's so many things happening in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
so to see your child evolve into another age and God keeping her safe and good and all of those things and every milestone means something to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And that girl is so fast.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
to the point now of watching her figure out her fears between what she loved water, but also
Mhm.
recognizing like, okay, I might need to learn how to swim. So
Mhm.
this year, the 8th birthday is going to be dedicated to teaching her how to swim and really conquer whatever fear she may have with water.
Well, with being a mother and
Hmm.
all of that, da 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 da, having your own podcast, having your own shit going. I could cuss on here.
Hmm.
Having your own stuff going on. How are you mentally?
Mm. I'm a lot better.
Mhm.
I think sometimes especially as Black women, we don't want to admit when things are too much for us.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of responsibility that I hold just by myself. Like so many people depend on me financially,
Mhm.
emotionally,
Mhm. And that could be a
spiritually.
lot.
Yeah, and you really sometimes don't want to tell people I don't have the space to carry you today.
Mhm.
Or you don't want to feel like a failure to say, I don't got it today. Like
Mhm.
I can't do this.
Mhm.
And then the hardest part is realizing when you tell people I don't got it,
And they stop fucking with you.
there's nobody that part, they stop fucking with you, but also nobody can lend nothing to you. Nobody
Mhm.
can help you in that. So then you
Mhm.
be like, sit with the reality that like, oh bitch, I'm really about it myself. So
Mhm. That just
you
happened to me a couple days ago.
yeah,
No shade.
you realize how strong you are.
Mhm.
And then when you need somebody else to be strong for you,
It's nowhere to be found at
period.
all. At
Period.
all. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
healing
Thank
because
you.
I know you've been going through things.
Yes. And
Uh,
no, yeah. So healing has been it's an ongoing process. Some people
mhm.
like to be like, "Oh, I'm healed." Are you really, bitch?
Are you really?
Are you healed from that one situation?
Let us see.
Yeah, but life is always gonna throw you a curveball. So
Mhm.
it's like, are you being preventative in the things that's gonna constantly bring you some form of healing? So when you bounce back from whatever you need to, you'll be good.
Mhm.
I had a fuck nigga and things went awry. But what Megan said, you can't keep a bad bitch down.
Mhm.
Okay. We have bad days, and I'm just glad that I'm starting to come over that hump and
Mhm.
I'm ready to like get back to work. I got shit to do. And no, the reality is you don't got time to be sad as much
Mhm.
as
At all.
because it creates this self-loading thing for yourself
Mhm.
and it started to feel good and you're like, wait, this is not natural. I shouldn't be wanting to be sad intentionally.
Mhm.
Like, no. So I
What
don't get
made
it.
you want to start a podcast?
You know what? During the pandemic,
Oh,
um, the pandemic was really a
shout out to
lot.
you, COVID. But
Yeah, no, COVID really forced bitches to rise or sink. Like
Mhm.
it was one of those things where I'm stuck in the house, I'm by myself, and
Mhm.
we don't know what's going on in the world. We really don't know if the the nature of what we know, they're telling us we can't be around nobody.
Mhm.
Like you shouldn't be around another human being.
The girls was still out though,
No, no, very much spreading COVID. And
everywhere.
I was just like, I had so much to say, but nobody to talk to, right?
Mhm.
Um, and that fear, I just started getting on Bigo and talking all the time to all of these random personalities and these
Mhm.
people. And then I started to feel like I wasn't so alone.
Mhm.
Once the world started opening up a little bit, I was just like, okay, I got off there and it was like, where's this girl at? Like
Mhm.
that was talking.
They've been looking.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, y'all actually enjoy what I had to say
Mhm.
and realizing that I didn't like how media was portraying the girls,
Mhm.
the way in which we was always somebody joke,
Mhm.
um, or we're misgendered.
Mhm.
Then on top of that, y'all really don't want to see us, but y'all
Mhm.
see us.
But y'all see us.
Yeah, you don't want to say we exist. You want to act as if we always got to be a joke. But really, what you want to say is, I got so much admiration for her.
Mhm.
She fine as
Mhm.
a fuck. I don't give
Okay.
a fuck,
Okay.
T girl or not.
Cause
Like,
because people would come up to me like, "Oh, when you dropping another YouTube video?"
mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Nigga, you watch that?"
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
no, for
I'm not
real.
trying to have no like. I have faith in myself, but like I started from the bottom, 0
Mm-hmm.
subscribers, and now I'm like at 63. It's nothing,
Hey!
but
No, it's
like,
something. To a girl who goal was only to have 5 listeners at an
mhm,
episode,
mhm,
I get it. And
mhm,
and that's what's important is that you can get caught up in the numbers, but what's of substance? If
mhm,
people really if they feedback is like, yo, I'm fucking with what you're doing
mhm.
and what you got here is something great, keep doing you.
Yeah, they told me to keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do it. New YouTube video on the way.
Period. And so in making making it, I just was like, I was kind of fearful because I was like, I don't want to not be true to myself. So if I advocate on things that impact trans folks all the time,
Mhm.
how can I not speak from a lens of being a trans person? So I was like, damn. The fear was every time you say of trans and non-binary folks, you outing yourself.
Mhm.
And I was just like, the world may not be ready for that. The world may not be ready for a girl to sit here, create her own platform, and really stand in it and say, not only do I want to talk from my experiences, but I want to bring people on like myself
Mhm.
to talk about theirs. And fuck if you don't like it.
Because the girls don't. I don't feel like the girls get it.
Yeah.
They don't get it. But speaking of the girls, is it anybody that you brought on your platform that you wish you never did?
Yeah, for sure. It's one of those lessons that you have to learn in media around um learning
Mhm.
liabilities. And the biggest thing I had to learn was this one young lady is that if you are, I'm not even gonna say unhealed, but
Mhm.
mental health plays a big part in our community on
Mhm.
how trauma show up, triggers show up, unresolved aggression.
Mhm.
And it was one young lady in particular that I had to take down my episode,
Mhm.
and I had to fight from some legal battles to not
Mhm.
get her on there because you don't know how impactful the thing someone coming onto your platform
Mhm.
can really affect other people. Cause
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't think I was popping like that, bitch. Every time I
Why
look on there,
not?
it'd be like one person, two people. So,
Girl, you miss Mouthy.
but that's the thing. It's like you didn't. I don't know whether it's celebrating negativity or the fact that like, oh, okay, y'all see me, but y'all refuse to see me. That's kind of how
They
I,
just can't take.
you know,
They'll watch though. They just can't take.
period. And so with that, I had to learn that you lose out on studio time.
Mhm.
Nobody ever get to see what you created. And
Mhm.
like it was some real gems in that episode besides the
Mhm.
bullshit, but it was a lesson learned. And what I had to grow from that situation, because I was like, I ain't gonna never bring another girl. I'm not gonna never try and give another girl an opportunity from that.
Mhm.
But why not?
Why
Every
not?
person is different.
Mhm.
Just because one person didn't
Don't
understand their
mean.
opportunity when it was time to go to bat does not
Mhm.
mean this person is gonna miss their ball.
No shade.
So better up.
So Miss Mouthy, are you currently dating?
Oh, I am, I am, um, entertaining. I wouldn't say dating because we haven't actively went on a date, but there
Mhm.
is somebody who I have interest in. I think he is honestly amazing. I met him at a really, really low point in my life. Y'all
Mhm.
seen what I went through.
Mhm.
Um, I think he's great, but like anybody else, we all come with shit. And so
Mhm.
I'm just giving him space to figure out his shit and not let his shit become my shit.
You boy, get
Ye-
your shit together.
yeah, and it's I feel like it's together, but I feel this is my slogan, okay? Because baby, this for you. No,
Okay.
he's always your man until he meet me. And
Mhm.
so until then, especially for a lot of the girls, I think until society make room for us to be loved out loud and all of those things, the era for us to be hiding ourselves or feeling like we not worthy of all the love that other
Mhm.
cisgender women get, hell no. Figure that out.
Mhm.
And when you ready for something real and
Mhm.
something with some substance, holler
Mhm.
at me. But it's also it takes nothing from me, whether it's you or another young man.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be Gucci.
Butch Queen or trade?
Yeah,
Yes.
both.
I love me a
And
Butch Queen,
I
please.
do love a butch queen, but in our community, they all spoken for. So it's kind of hard to, yeah, like
Everybody got
what's
mamas.
the
Everybody got
arrow?
sisters. Girl.
Yeah, because it's they already spoken for. Even if the relationship had died.
I just feel like the Butch Queens in here, up here, is like water under the bridge. Like they just a paid set to me. But
So you no, you got real good history of traveling. So
Mhm.
what city have you known where the girls and the butch queen relationships really flourish or work out?
Atlanta, but
Mm-hmm.
not really Atlanta,
Okay.
cause Atlanta, you can have a Butch Queen and your Butch Queen fucking a boy.
Mm-hmm.
So girl, but that's everywhere though. That's everywhere. So
This conversation has been coming up a lot too because I guess something most recently was happening over the weekend. But
Mhm.
what I will say is that how does it feel to what is it? Is it a name for this? Like, is it a name for butch queens that go after the girls? Because it's nothing new. At first, when I was younger,
Do they
and
call them tranny chasers or like
no,
chasers?
no,
Girl,
it's
that
not
shit. Can I say?
boutique
Can I say
chaser. No,
that,
you can
girl?
say that, but I feel like they're not chasers in the intention. Like when I think of chasers, I think of like fetish and like just only wanting me because I'm a certain thing. I think with BQs, they already know what it is. So there's really no fetish around it. But in a way, no, kinda, because I
No,
think
because
they
they
think
want you to
of
shake your purse. They want you to do everything. Help them out,
Barbies. Yeah,
girl. Like da da da
they
da.
wanna brush your hair. They wanna pick out your outfit. It's like okay, baby. But it's a real phenomenon. That's what
Mhm.
I'm. It's a phenomenon.
Mhm.
It's nothing new. I've had several great relationships with
Mhm.
butch queens, but I also think it's hard for me or it's damaging for me because you can become delusional in those type of relationships. For me,
Mhm.
it's like, damn, I'm with this guy, I'm kicking it with this guy, I like this guy, but I know this guy want a guy at the end of
Mhm.
the day. No matter how great we work together, no matter how much we can have chemistry, or even if it's just sexual, the sex
Mhm.
is hidden, you still desire a man. And so
Mhm.
then I'd be like, do we get into polyamory? Like, should we all come to the
We could get
table?
into that, please. Can
Y-
we?
can we have the conversation? But I also notice stigma works both ways
Mhm.
because now they don't want other people to know in the community that they really like the girls
Mhm.
the way that they do. And so it's like, damn, you go from one person with their own stigma not wanting to live out loud with you either, but then you go in the community and you don't want people to know this is what you really like too.
Mhm.
Or you scared of this other girl finding out you like this girl and you don't want no problem.
The Bush Queens, but
Yeah.
I feel like they be wanting the problem. They want the girls to
To
get
fight
into
over
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I just had to step away from because it was a lot of people that like I did not see it for only because not because of a nigga, but like oh she fucking my Bush Queen girl. I'm just gonna get away
Mm-hmm.
from her girl
Mm-hmm.
because I know she gonna give it with me. And that bitch gonna get smacked. But yeah.
Period. No, but so I guess to answer your question, Bush Queen trade, but now it's trans men,
Mhm.
right? Like I feel like
Oh,
I'm more accepting
I'm
and
so
more
good with
open
them.
to a T for T relationship. Because baby, the trade done fucked my shit up. The Bush Queens on some
Wishy
shit.
washy.
Yeah, like it's just like so with trans men, they just kind of like give me a security of what I really want with like marriage,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
security, but is that unresolved emotional um unstableness that scare me
Yeah, I feel
sometimes.
like they fighting demons. I
Yeah,
feel like all of them are like
yeah.
really fighting demons. I gotta stay away from a trans. I gotta stay away from trans men.
Can we just say men altogether? No, let me stop.
I
But
gotta.
I do
Okay,
put it.
yeah,
I
we can
would
say
say it.
men. We
I
can
put
say
it
men.
on. I always play it devil advocate, y'all. So I'm not about to just be a shady girl.
Mhm.
I put it on us too because a lot of us got toxic feminine ways,
Mhm.
and we want to address them. And
Mhm.
no matter what the guy is, I feel like he's had such a struggle with his mama telling him about certain fucking things.
Mhm.
Then he get with his first girlfriend slash baby mama, and that's another
Mhm.
thing. Now he run into his first trans girl, and then we
Mhm.
come with all the fucking shit
Then the
because
society and all of that. Da 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 da
yeah.
da.
So I understand it, but I never make excuses for why you just show up and choose to just continue to be an unhealed person, like regardless, or a stand-up person. Fuck
Mhm.
it. Even if you haven't healed, but if you're working towards it, if you just not standing up for what's wrong or what's right, I got an issue with that.
Period. Do you feel like you helped all the girls?
Mm. All the girls know because I don't know a lot of bitches. But if I say like there has been some girls that I helped, but I
And how
helped
was that? Like, how
yeah.
was that?
Um I think with anybody, right, gorgeous, when you put out because I'm a sweet person at
Mhm.
the core of me,
Mhm.
when you put out help in any regard, you can't see it back.
Mhm.
And
You can't.
sometimes you won't even get the credit for it, you know?
Mhm.
And it's hard to like walk away from things knowing that like you really giving a person way more than they was deserving
Mhm.
or you'll never get that acknowledgement.
Mhm.
But bitch, you know what I've done for you. You know how I helped you and you just gotta hold that tight.
And
Like,
that's bringing me to my next question. Like, do you regret getting close to certain people?
yeah, yeah, but it teach you a valuable lesson,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, when you get close to people who are not good for you or harmed you in any kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
you get closer to the people who are going to affirm you and love you, and that's part of your
Mm-hmm.
tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So, how would you ever know what's wrong if you
You never seen
knew
what's
what's
right.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for that, I thank every situation for it. Do it hurt? And it also made me put my motherfucking big ones on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, bitch, this is what y'all want. Okay, here you go. But I think in all of it, it never stopped me from ever loving authentic
Mm-hmm.
people. So people who I know is genuine, people who I know that really love me, it just makes me rock with them and appreciate them more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you put yourself in this platform, when you put yourself in a certain like people have all type of ideals of you. I let people lead with whatever truth that they
Mm-hmm.
think about me. Um, because you will cause yourself going down a rabbit hole trying to prove if they already got their mind made up about you, let them have it.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, baby. That's you got it. It's all you.
Yeah, but I get it. I get it. But how's traveling for you? Like, cause I've been seeing you been traveling,
Yeah,
girl.
I know.
Girl's been in Jamaica. Da 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 da.
Hey, Pandiriba. No, I love traveling. I didn't. The crazy part is, I used to be terrified of a
Mm-hmm.
plane. You could not get me to just travel and be like, "Oh, I'm going." But then when you realize that you leave yourself in this bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a whole world out there to be explored. Your
Yeah.
soulmate could literally be on the other side of the world, and you'll never know
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to go from your front porch.
I know my trade sitting in Fort Lauderdale somewhere, girl.
Ooh,
No
Fort
shade.
Lauderdale, period. Is that
But go
do
ahead.
they got dreads in Fort Lauderdale? I think
I
they
feel
got
like
dreads
all of
everywhere.
them do.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the big, thick dress and the gold teeth and
Mm,
stuff like that.
I could
Yes.
see that for you. Like I just see you with like such a country
Mm-hmm.
get money nigga
That's the
that's
one
just
that I
gonna love
want.
you
That's
to
the one that I
yeah, to the entirety.
want. Mm-hmm.
Um but traveling has helped me. When shit get thick here, I
Mm-hmm.
have to get away. Like I just want to go. I don't it's not that I'm running away from, but it's like you get a peace when you in a whole different environment. And a lot of people from my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
they know who I am. So when you don't want to just be known for being Miss Mouthy or
Mm-hmm.
an advocate,
Yeah.
go somewhere else where nobody knows you. Now you
Okay.
just amongst the people. Shit. So there you go.
Do you feel like people are jealous for how? I mean, do you think people are jealous of how far you have came?
Um, yes and no,
Mm-hmm.
right? I understand how jealousy can come off
Mm-hmm.
to people. The problem is that we have to do a better job of naming a spade being a spade.
Mm-hmm.
A person being jealous of you, no matter how close y'all are or how long you known them, is just a jealous person. Like
Mm-hmm.
it don't make it bad, but let's talk through why you feeling the way you feeling. It'd be one thing for you to be jealous of me if I've never given you opportunity or if I'm not rocking with you the way, or even if I think I'm better than.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even give none of that ever. So that be the most craziest part. But also on the flip end of it is that how are you jealous of a person who is trying to put in the work to make their dream come
Mm-hmm.
true? I'm nowhere near where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if you jealous now, bitch, in
You
the
gotta
next
be
5 years, you're gonna be sick.
girl at the
Yeah.
hospital.
And I don't want no parts because you've already shown your hand to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you seen Selena.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta remove what is already showing you it's no
Mm-hmm.
good for you. Or
Mm-hmm.
like a plant, bitch. One part of it's dying. If you don't cut that leaf, it's
It's gonna
already
die.
gone.
Die.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Da da da.
I don't know. My questions be all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm new to this.
Mm.
I'm doing good.
You're doing great. You're doing great, honey. I'm
um,
loving it. You coming
thank,
with the good questions.
thank you. How do you feel about the yells?
Oh, if I'm being honest, I love a DL man. You want to know why I love a DL man?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I must say the word DL for me means discretion lover. So
Mm-hmm.
I love discretion when it comes to my man and my personal relationships because the moment somebody find out where your heart beat, here they go wanting to
Get
try to,
into the scene,
and
trying to
it's
make it
like,
be faster, girl. Like
girl, so you act
no.
like it ain't all these dicks out here. I'm confused.
Why
You
you want to
want
pick that one?
And then if I go get another one, how'd you on this dick when I just gave you that
Girl,
one?
I just gave you that. What's that?
So now I'm dick hopping to keep you away. But
Mm-hmm.
the really, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
It's me. It's
Mm-hmm.
the anything that I find to be happy of substance and the treatment be different. And
Yeah, I
like,
love discreet man. I
yeah.
definitely love discreet man. I don't like
But
nothing out in the open.
the only thing that scares me is that DL man, it also disrupts
What
a
you got
real
going on?
promise of a future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like marriage ain't really gonna happen with that.
Mm-hmm.
He already probably coming with a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is, as much as he could really be in love with me once he met me,
Mm-hmm.
you're not man enough to end whatever thing you got going on. And
Do
so
you
it's
feel
like,
like I'm sorry?
no, go ahead.
Do you feel like they are weak minded?
Oh, I just think not even the mind, because some of them are very brilliant. I just think they're weak,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, we have to be strong enough to go out here and get ridiculed for who we are, what we believe in. Sometimes have to fight our own battles,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes fight other people's battles. But you're telling me you're a man and you want me to respect you in the light, but you can't even really just say that, hey, I'm fucking with her, regardless
Mm-hmm.
of how y'all feel about her. She treat me good. I think that was like my pivotal moment in my last relationship was learning that like I'm your safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
When the world discards you, when you have nowhere else to go
You
and your
come to
family is
me.
not even fucking with
Mm-hmm.
you, I need y'all to hear me clearly. There are a lot of trans women who are supporting y'all men,
Mm-hmm.
housing y'all men, is showing rebuilding y'all men's ego, self-esteem, making him want to get those goals.
Give
Why
y'all
every
money.
day you break him down and you say he's not enough and all the things and even the F word.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
um,
cause I love using that word,
yeah.
baby.
And so it's like, but y'all don't want to give us credit. And
Mm-hmm.
they're not giving us credit because he's not stepping up to the plate to say that. It's like with two people co-parenting and they in a new relationship. That person has to let that other person that they date know,
Mm-hmm.
hell no. By
Mm-hmm.
no circumstances will you disrespect
What I
the
got
mother
going
of
on.
my child or the
Mm-hmm.
father of my child. But with them, they can't say, hey, regardless of how you feel about a trans woman, you gonna respect her in my presence. And when she come around, you're never gonna make her feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like you weaken that because y'all do it for y'all homeboys.
Mm.
You do it for your homeboy.
Mm.
You do it for them girls who you know at the end of the day you really don't want to be with.
Mm-hmm. They barely do it for them. Fish been getting treated bad lately.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been seeing.
That's true. But
They definitely do it for the bros
I
though.
think it's do you I'll ask you this. Do you feel like there is a new low standard for women when it comes to men? Like a lot of women is not requiring a lot from guys.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of money, it's just like you're not really requiring
No more.
dates.
I don't feel like they don't. They're
Require
not
money,
requiring
no?
it no more.
Mm,
They
okay.
just want the money,
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you just want the outside of money, you don't want nothing else.
and that's why they coming to. That's why the men are coming to trans girls trying to get a relationship, but we want money too.
Yeah.
Like what's going
Yeah. But the
on?
money already be spent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just hate that like there is a lot of women who don't want to ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ask a lot of uncomfortable questions, whether it's when the last time you've been tested,
Mm-hmm.
are you attracted not only to um me or a cisgender woman,
Mm-hmm.
do you like men?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a history of bisexuality? Do you want polyamory? Like, there's just uncomfortable conversation you need to know so
Mm-hmm.
you can know what direction you want to go with a man.
That's scary because I never asked the. I think I have, but like just sitting up and just saying you like man, you like
Yeah.
niggas. I never felt comfortable saying all of that. But what's my next question? I'm
No,
sorry.
you're okay.
Do you feel like the gay scene has changed since back in the day?
Yes, y'all are so rah rah with the shits. Like, we was a little Tobanga,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't like y'all. Like going out now. I ain't gonna name the bar, but going out to one that a club that remind me of the Pank P Valley.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bitch, you turn around and it's getting more and more aggressive, and there's
Mm-hmm.
no real resolution. Did it make you feel good? Would you just high? Like,
Mm-hmm.
would you just drunk?
What drug was you
Yeah,
on?
and that's the only way you know how to resolve every issue you
You
have.
need to stay your ass at home.
Period. Period. And so it's like for me, I hate what I see because I'm not gonna lie, the younger girls don't want to come out.
Cause they scared the
Yep.
the older people is gonna judge them,
Yeah.
and they do that. The older people do look down on the younger
Cause
people.
I'm looking for youth, and I know my one friend. They all about the youth. They
Mhm,
looking for the youth. We can't get the younger girls out for
mhm,
nothing.
mhm,
Um, the older girls is not ready to pass the baton and
mhm,
share space. It's like, bitch, if you that bitch, you forever gonna be that bitch. You don't
mhm,
need to be fearful that someone younger of you is gonna take something from you. If
mhm,
anything, you can teach them
mhm,
because at some point we gonna be elders and we gonna be. I'm gonna need somebody hand, or I might need somebody wipe my
mhm,
ass, like
mhm, mhm,
girl. And how you done treated them poorly all these years? Now you ain't got nobody to lean on. I don't want that.
mhm,
So I just think with the younger people, even though that is the thing, I am loving how bold y'all are to be out at such a young age and
mhm,
know what sense y'all want for y'all lives. And
mhm,
so it's good, but I just want y'all to know that like sometimes too, younger people don't want the criticism from the older people. And I know it's all about how you package it and how you deliver it,
mhm,
but somebody got to tell you out of love that you fucking up,
mhm.
you know.
So wait, when did you start transitioning?
Mm. You know what? It's so funny because I feel like transition is something that's gonna always be a constant thing of you.
Mm,
But I knew I was different since I was 5.
mm,
In elementary, the kids let me know like I'm not typically like any other little boy. Um, they're just like, "Why you walk like that? Why you talk like that?" And I'm like,
Cause I'm cunt.
"Yeah, it's like you're asking me questions that I cannot give you because I don't have the language, bitch."
Mhm,
It's just like
mhm.
what. And then think about being 5. You don't see mirrors. Like
Yeah,
I'm not tall enough to see the bathroom
right.
mirror. Like so, in my mind, if I look at a girl outside of
Mhm,
myself, bitch, in my head, I think I got knockers, even though they not
mhm.
moving. I know I may not got a dress on, and I'm questioning this every day. Like, bitch, okay, where's mine?
Okay,
Maybe
it's
my mama
mine.
just can't afford it, just like we don't have pizza. Like, bitch.
Okay.
Um, so I'm just like, okay, there's something here. And then I used to shrink myself. So every time I would just not want to move, talk, nothing because I didn't want people to notice me, but they couldn't help but notice me because I
You
was something
shine.
different. Yeah. And that was that. And then right after high school, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start dressing.
Mhm,
So I was like 19 when once I got my first little fur thigh high boot
mhm,
and my little tight shirt,
mhm.
you could and I didn't even know I had a body underneath all those
Come on,
clothes.
body.
Okay, so it was like, oh bitch, I'm not going back. You see this
Mhm.
ass, you see what it's giving.
Yeah.
And then it was like we had to wait for a long time for medically. And I'm not gonna lie, I straddled the fence. When the older girls would tell me like, you're gonna be a girl. I remember Alana told me like, you gonna be a girl.
Mhm.
Cause I think I was like I think I would try to slide on one of her little dates or whatever. And
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie,
he
my
was
truth is
good.
my
He was
truth.
fine as hell.
Yeah. And we was good friends, but
Mhm.
this how I know the BQs be sneaky because it's like I knew he was in a relationship with her,
Mhm.
but I'm like, you gonna want this dick before anything. You gonna walk out in society with me before they ever say
Mhm.
you should be with her, right? Um, so I remember her being like, "You ever thought about being a girl?" I'm like, "No." I got so offended, like,
Cause she knew you could bag her
eh,
nigga.
yeah, and I was so irritated, like, bitch, she is clocking me so bad, and she was like, "You gonna be a girl,"
Mhm.
and I'm like, bitch, just because you want that for your life. Like, stop trying to put
I
everything
would have
on
said
everybody.
yes, baby.
But it was that scary reality that because all
Yes.
I've ever heard with trans women is that they get murdered. And
Mhm.
it's like, well, if I say this, then I'm signing off on the death threat.
Yeah.
And I only thought every woman did survival sex work. So I was
Mhm.
like, I just knew that was something I never
Mhm.
wanted to do. Like at the time when I was younger, the way I thought about sex, I had all these green ideas. Oh, well, I'm gonna be married, and it's only gonna be one dick that I ever be with, and all the dumb shit.
I thought that too, baby. Look at me now, girl.
That's what I'm saying. So
Stressed
nobody
out.
tells you, right? Like we need to have these conversations with our younger people that not that they oh, you're just gonna be a hoe and you're gonna be out here, but it's
Mhm.
like the reality of trying to put all your eggs in one basket before you learn who you are
Mhm.
Shouldn't do that. It's like Easter. Don't you want to collect all those eggs on the Easter
Mm-hmm.
hunt? Apply that to your life. Give yourself
Amen.
time to know what kind of egg represents you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I remember medically, I was starting to transition, and my best friend at the time, Jupiter, he would take me all the way to Ann Arbor for an hour. That was an hour drive from the city, and these bitches who broke didn't have money at the time. Right, we're not who we are today. Um,
Jupiter Juicy.
yeah.
I love him. He probably don't know me, but I love him. Please go ahead.
And he would take me, and I valued that so much.
Mhm.
He didn't understand why I was doing it. He never asked a question, but that support was like, I care enough about you and your decision to make sure that you good. And had it not been for him, bitch, I couldn't have never got no hormones.
That's it.
Um, I probably did, but I wouldn't know what I was putting in my body. So
Mhm.
I always thank him for that. Like it's just something.
Shout out
Um,
to you. I mean, shout out to Jupiter.
period. Um, but I think every girl needs that, regardless to what it is. You need that one person who is going to support you through your transition,
Mhm.
um, and not make you feel bad about your decision
Mhm.
because you're in such a fragile place that the one wrong thing somebody say to you will fuck it all up.
Mhm.
So they don't
I
even
was like
understand why
that
the
younger,
when the
younger.
girls go ghost and they like, well, we ain't seen her, or she don't answer.
Mhm.
Bitch, I'm trying to be in my cocoon and I'm
Mhm.
trying to figure it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about gay parenting, like a gay mother's gay dad, like gay grandma, da 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 da.
I think it's a lot of things. I think it could be beneficial for a lot of people.
Mhm.
It's needed if you have been discarded from your family
Mhm.
and you just feel out of place, because some of us just get out here young
Mhm.
because we know what who we're going to be and we know what we want, but that support is you always need guidance, and
Mhm.
so that's great for that.
Mhm.
But I also think parents need to check their egos at the door when it comes to, why do you want to be a parent?
Mhm.
It's no different than so many people who have kids now.
Mhm.
It's kind of unfair to a child if you have way more kids than you can give love and instill things in.
Mhm.
Um, so I like it, but I don't like it because back in my day, I seen a lot of girls who was collecting kids just to have a team of bitches say get her.
Get her.
You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so I hope that people who are parents understand how serious that is. And to understand that we also don't always get it right. I
Mhm.
started off with 3 kids. I got one child now, and I don't want to say I necessarily got it wrong, but you have to let your kids make their own decisions. And
Mhm.
as you grow into your parenting style, if you got a kid that's constantly getting in trouble and all that, eventually you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna let you bump your head and go out there and figure it out. It's always love for actually all three of them to this
Mhm.
point. If
Mhm.
they ever call me, but they also know I'm very stern and I'm be very, well, bitch, what did you do?
Mhm.
And some people don't like you to hold their foot to the fire. So
Mhm. I had to push myself away from a gay mother of mine. So it's just like, eh, I'm
yeah.
okay.
And I think
I
that's the
don't need
thing
it.
about women. We come from a place of like competition, and we
Mhm.
come from a place of um competing. What the fuck are
Mhm.
you, what is the competition? What is the
No, you
jealousy?
can't wear this. It
Yeah,
ain't change that color, girl. No,
yeah.
bye. Get out my
And I
face.
had a gay mom, and it was so crazy because when she was my gay mom, she didn't do shit motherly.
Mhm.
Um, but I recognize now why she wanted me to be her child. She loved me enough, and she seen things in me that she wanted to instill in. And now that we're older and we done went through all of these, went from literally being, um, her being my gay mom to her being frenemies,
Mhm.
enemies, and to now we're good again.
Mhm.
I don't know if I necessarily ever needed a gay parent, because
I
some
could
of
say the
y'all,
same.
yeah, some of y'all are well versed and you could raise your own parent, or you could instill in something in them, and y'all might just need to be good friends and
Mhm.
not in that role,
Mhm.
because it's that power dynamic that's different. So for me, I definitely know now that um gay parents is not for everybody, and gay children ain't for everybody.
Mhm.
I tried to have my first daughter, and that went crazy because I literally was going through such a time with her, and I get it. It was unfair for her and me, because I genuinely love her as a person. I think she's amazing and she's still doing great. And it's like those are the things I would want in a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love that she mentioned she felt like I only wanted her as my child, as my ego. And so I had to question and check it like maybe it is my ego, but
Mm-hmm.
really I really wanted to love on you and wanted nothing but great things for you. But I can recognize for myself when I need to take a step back and focus on my mental health
Mm-hmm.
and like what I got going
I
on.
don't think people understand it. Like, step back a little, take a
Yeah.
look in the mirror, like just see where you have came come to. Like, just
Hmm.
look at yourself, please. Look a mess.
Man in the mirror. No, for real.
um,
You're doing so good.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Oh, baby, I think I'm out of questions.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
So let me get into you. So it's
Okay.
you're doing YouTube and all the things. What things as being a younger trans girl have you found to be most challenging in either the social media world or in the community?
Everybody got a problem with you. I feel like you would never be accepted.
Hmm.
You gotta, you still gotta fight. Like, you gotta fight till you die, basically. I don't
Yeah.
think you gonna ever chill. Cause it be times that I be like, I want to be a girl's girl. Like, I want to
Hmm.
have a lot of girls to like be cool with, but I can't because I'm gonna see myself really fighting them. My
Yeah.
attitude is not okay. So I'm good solo.
Yeah, and I understand that to a degree, but I
Mhm.
want to offer you with time and heal wounds. You might be a girl's girl, but you got to know what type of girl you want to
Mhm.
be.
Mhm.
Um, there's so many amazing trans women in our scene, but how many of them do you see me interact with?
None, baby.
Yeah,
Only a couple, but
a
not really
few,
a too
and
much.
it's just because I also feel like I gravitate to what gravitates to me.
Mhm.
I'm not welcoming unwanted visitors. If you
Mhm.
don't want to fuck with me, that's fine. If we have not built a rapport naturally, that's cool.
Mhm.
But just because we have not became friends today don't mean we won't be friends in it. Our paths just not cross. So we
Mhm.
could literally be in the same space and I see you and I see you and it's not a personal attack. But
Mhm.
a lot of people feel like if you don't say hello to them, if you
Mhm.
don't go see them or you speak to somebody outside, we have no common denominator.
Mhm.
So me choosing the life that I choose for myself is not a shit on your life.
Mhm.
It's just like, girl, we could find some commonality because I know we sharing the same struggles.
Mhm.
But
We're
bitch,
like
if you
we're
feel
trans sisters,
threatened, yeah,
basically. No
if you feel
shade.
threatened by anything, understand that you could be missing out on a really great friend. Like
Mhm.
I'm really a girl's girl.
Mhm.
And when I'm not a girl, well, really I'm a tomboy. I
Right.
always
I
be
be
the
trying. I'm a tomboy, but I
yeah.
be trying to be a girl's girl.
Yeah. But you gotta know every girl ain't a girl's girl. And
Mhm.
so how can I say this too? You
You know
gotta
to air
just
it out.
you just gotta know the factors that be because even if you are a girl's girl, when other girls come around, there will be BQs that try and pin y'all up against each
Mhm.
other. So you
My
gotta
my
watch out for that.
my beach my beach fuck.
Okay, period.
My BQs do the same thing to me.
Hmm.
Like, my granny got a daughter. She be like, "Girl, you just sitting her da 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 da." And I
Yeah.
be like, "Girl, we are sisters, girl. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
I love her. She might not even know me, but like, I love her.
Hmm.
I wish her the best. Da 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 da
Yeah.
da."
Yeah. And until we as women, black trans women, take the initiative to take the ownership to not let other people use us in their
Mhm.
pawns.
Mhm.
That's we see it in the music industry all the time. They pin these great women up
Mhm.
against each other when there's enough room for all of them to
No,
be
it's
great.
not. You know, no, it's not.
Let's get into it. Why
Me,
is it not?
are you a Nicki girl or a Bigfoot girl? I mean Megan girl.
Wow. I'm a motherfucking hottie all day. Okay.
Baby.
I'm a motherfucking hot girl.
Girl,
Okay.
you know she not coming for the queen though. She can't come for the queen.
But isn't she really coming from the queen or is she doing her own thing, right?
I feel like
Because I feel like I'm only gonna shoot if you shooting at me. Like, bitch, disrespect be disrespect. And I feel like it's no different. Every bitch will have their season.
mhm,
And we gotta understand every girl won't get picked. It
mhm,
could be six of us go out right now to that club that I'm
mhm.
not gonna name. Um, and
I don't.
literally all of us could want the same guy.
Mhm.
but that guy only gonna really gravitate to the one girl
Mhm.
who he find most attractive.
Mhm.
And so does that mean the other five just get mad because they wasn't chose that night?
They do.
But it don't mean you ain't gonna never get chose because we all got
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
roster. So
Mhm.
it's like
Mhm.
understand that that is just not some. In the end, we look at it. 2020 is fucking. You see, sometimes it just be God's blessing
Mhm.
because the men that you be so attracted to could be so
You running through
problematic and
it.
set you back.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so now when it be like, I get it. When a guy don't choose me, sometimes it's not even personal. Sometimes a lot of these relationships is dealt in addiction. And so I
Mhm.
get it. I don't smoke. I
Mhm.
don't indulge in certain things. I'm a drinker.
Mhm.
Now, the alcoholic boy might be more liable to say, yeah, I want to fuck with Raquel because she
Mhm.
like to turn up.
But the coke boy, no, man.
Yeah, he not gonna want me. He not gonna see me. Cause he know that ain't never been my story. But he would also not never know that I wouldn't knock him for that either.
Mhm.
That I got Narcan on deck too. But
Mhm.
to each his own.
To each his own.
To each his own. But you gonna be a girl's girl, but you just gotta find it. And what I found today is sometimes it be in family. Like me and my cousins, we
Mhm.
planning a girl trip right now.
No, my
And
cousins is cute. Like I want to get into I want to be a trans girl's girl,
yeah,
if that even makes sense.
I
Like,
get it.
I really want sisters, but it just be like, I can't. I don't see myself opening up no more because it's just like, I done opened up to a person for years
Hmm.
and all of that just gone. Like,
Forgive her and move on.
mhm,
Because you will find another girl that you appreciate. And what I've learned is as much as we want to be girls,
mhm,
sometimes you just need one girl.
mhm.
One girl that understands you, get you, and
No
that's it.
shade.
You know where y'all at.
Mhm,
And when y'all ain't that no more, it's okay.
mhm.
Like I've
Still wish her well. Still keep it pushing.
yeah, because we know how hard it is as trans women
Mhm,
to be out here,
mhm,
to do anything, to get up out the bed, to put your shit on, to go push through the world, to even have a job or want to get a job or
mhm,
go to a place to have to fill out application for anything.
mhm.
Like we just know how hard it is to show up, and every time somebody is just
I get
no.
it.
But don't make it harder for the next girl. Don't
Mhm.
ever make it harder for the next girl because you don't know what she had to go through.
Right.
Like there are some stories that bitches have told me, and I'm just like, wow. I take the reason why I take such an approach to shit in my life is because I know I've never been through half the things these girls been through. They don't make me better. They don't make me less than. It just makes me different. It just
Mhm.
makes me mouthy. But what
Mhm.
I need you to know, sis, is that if you ever need help, I'm gonna be here.
Mhm.
I understand. But if you fuck me over, just know I'm not gonna fuck with you. That's
Mhm.
anybody. That's my rule of thumb with any. It ain't got nothing because you're trans. It ain't got nothing because you dated a nigga. It's because you did me wrong as a person.
Mhm.
I can never forgive that. Because when you don't set those boundaries, you allow people to just do what they will to you.
Mhm.
And you show yourself that you don't have that much self worth because you don't value yourself enough to
Mhm.
say, hey,
I'm not cool
I
with that.
yeah, I know I deserve better than this.
Mhm.
Huh, catch me when I come off tour. Period.
Okay. No shade.
So why do you like Nicki so much? Let's get into it since we just here.
Nicki and Beyonce. I don't want to say
Be
that's
for sure.
be
For
for
sure.
sure. Be for sure. That's B is the reason why I transitioned.
Really?
Yes. Growing up, oh my God. Like baby Sasha Fierce, girl.
Oh.
Diva came out like baby girl, bye.
Uh, you know who
Um
helped me?
who?
And it's gonna be so crazy.
What?
Miss Piggy.
Miss Pick girl,
Bitch,
bye.
Miss Piggy is that girl. Always
She
been
is
that
that
girl.
girl. She is that girl.
Bitch, Miss Piggy has been lux. Like between her and Marilyn Monroe, like bitch, it just but Marilyn Monroe was white. Piggy out, but it was just she used to have a line where I can't find it nowhere.
Mhm.
But she used to be like, I'm not a pig.
Mhm.
Don't call me a pig.
Mhm.
And that just resonated with like, I'm not a boy.
Mhm.
Don't call me no boy. Bitch. And she was, hiya. But now
Mhm.
they take it out and it's just hiya. But she demanded her respect, period.
Mhm. But it was Beyonce and Video Vixens because I used to
Mm,
be a music video girl.
yeah.
And back in the day, we had Comcast on demand. Watch videos like crazy. Them girls were so pretty back in the day. Um, but why do I like Nicki? I feel like I like her attitude. I like where she came from. I love her raps. Baby, that's like my childhood friend.
Mhm. So you know what's the crazy thing? Because I love them both for separate reasons, and
Mhm,
I'm trying to work at not picking one or the other,
mhm,
right? Like there's always a room for enough of us, but I
mhm,
do understand when people just have to say, "Bitch, I'm not fucking with you because you're weird.
mhm,
I'm not fucking with you because this is how you go."
mhm.
My thing with her, if you are the queen, you never have to announce that. Like, let the people call you that.
Rocking, Miss Mouthy, you know the
No,
air Nicky y'all
no,
right
for
now.
real. And I, you know what I mean? I love what you've done for music. I've loved what you've done for girls, but have you really done what you say you've done for other rappers if you're afraid for other girls to come up and leave, you know?
I don't think she afraid these girls just can't rap.
Yeah. And that's okay. What are you doing to instill in them?
What can she do? She
What
can
do you
she
mean?
came with that. Like these girls are not coming with rapping. They
I
gotta do ghostwriters. They gotta feature
and
somebody.
and this is where I'm gonna get right and hear me out. So with them, they gotta do ghostwriter. But all these girls got a dream. All these girls then came from somewhere. So think about us as trans women. Some of us have to do dates.
Mhm.
Some of us don't.
Mhm.
Does it does it take away from this girl should be able to have all the things that she desired
No.
just because she had to sleep with a man to get where she hell no.
You ate that.
Yeah, no, for real. And I didn't always think like this until I started looking at like I see how they doing us.
Mhm.
I see what the shoe is on the other foot.
Mm.
Had it been
Come on, title.
Megan, okay, had it been Megan already the queen or something, I don't think she would come to a point of being like having to prove her queendom.
Yeah, I
You know
don't
what I
think
mean?
she'd be like Nikki though. I feel
Yeah,
like she'd be like more supportive.
yeah, and like making a way because she is a girl's girl, and I
Mhm.
hate that
Mhm.
they're at this point. But it's like I
Because they were
expect,
friends.
yeah, I expect more than anything as women, we have to get to a point where we can understand to if a difference gonna be a difference, then let it be.
Your
But I'm
path
not
is your
gonna focus my
path.
energy
Mhm.
on you, bitch.
Mhm.
Let's success talk. Like we gonna run these bars every time. You know what I mean? And then it's like I'm not gonna take jabs. There's a lot of girls I could take jabs at. It's a lot of
Mhm.
shit I could say,
Mhm.
but I'm just learning from the past to be like, I'm happy. I'm
Mhm.
blessed. And even when I ain't, I'm be all right. Cause you're not my enemy.
Mhm.
My insecurity might be my enemy.
I had
The
to stop that too. I had to
yeah.
stop taking jabs at girls because I just look at a girl and be like, okay,
Yeah.
but
It's
girl,
too
find out
easy.
it's too easy.
It's too easy. No, it's too easy to be like that. And then ultimately, I love to fight. People don't
Mhm.
know that about me,
Mhm.
but I
Mhm.
low key will get in the mud with any
Mhm.
bitch, and I will tell you.
Any.
And we could run it and sit right down, and I act like nothing
Mhm.
ever happened
Come to the club the next
because I'm
day.
not gonna argue with you. You know what I mean? And if I ever have somebody who I know is not a little bit more scarier,
Mhm.
like
I'm not gonna
girl,
fuck
I
you.
got you. I'm bitch. Who we doing?
Mhm.
Cause you ain't fucking with none of mine.
Okay.
But then it's like we become more and more divided in that thought, in that process, in that action.
Mhm.
Then how far do we go? Now I always gotta ready to turn up with this
Mhm.
bitch every time I see her.
No shade
People don't fight fair no more.
at all.
It ain't worth it no
Especially
more.
if you pretty girl, they gonna get
So
you,
why can't
girl.
we all get it together? Like why
Mhm.
can't we line it up, do photo shoots, make money? Who do what? Let's get this bag
Mhm.
together. Let's show the world that like, oh, these trans women is bad as fuck in Detroit. Like, bitch, you can't come here thinking you about to shake any of their feathers. They
That's what
unbothered.
I want to do. That I want to challenge all the girls to like line it up. Let's talk. Let's have a sit down.
Yeah.
It takes nothing for all the girls this to be filled with all the girls and we
Hmm.
just
I've
talking
been
about
wanting a
something.
panel.
Like, come
We having a
on.
panel on the 31st. Lady Legacy panel.
Mhm.
And it's about four trans women who I know have done a lot of contribution to the work here in Detroit that
Mhm.
don't get their accolades, that don't get their recognition. But for me, it's important that I don't need nobody to do it. I can create space.
Mhm.
Every time somebody try and keep me out of something, I'm gonna go create it on my own,
Mm.
and I'm gonna go build it with the people who see it for me. And if you don't, you'll see me and hear about it at another
You will see
time.
me on television.
Because even when you what, no,
Okay, you better say
and
it.
that's where it came from. Is that like regardless to whoever believes in me, regardless to whoever see it,
Mhm.
I see me, I know
Mhm.
me, and I got me, and I want you to leave with that.
And I'm
So
starting to like I'm
yeah.
starting to now because I've been alone. I came back to Detroit January and
Mhm.
since then I've been alone.
But look at you now. You ain't know you was gonna be doing this.
I did not know.
God got a plan for
And
you.
that's so crazy because before I left, we was talking about this. So I'm like, girl, I got no shade. I don't want to share this, but I'm gonna share this. I got hit with an eviction notice the next day. So I'm like, bitch, and I had to get out the next day. So I'm like, girl,
yeah,
bitch, I had to go.
Yeah.
So
no, and that's so real, and those be the things that we don't share that could actually be helping somebody to actually let somebody. And damn, that's a real struggle because we could all put on. That's why I put my shit on social media with what that boy did. I'm not. I'm just like all of y'all.
I'm so proud of you. Like
Thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you. Literally.
Thank you.
Come on,
Because it's
baby.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and that thought of like, I don't want another girl to fuck on my old nigga. Have him. Please. If you think he is the ticket, have him.
Take him through there.
But understand, sister, this might be a chance for you. It might be the same fate because, leopards don't change their spots. You know.
Let's see.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up with pearls of wisdom. We kind of already hinted on it, but I think because it's woman history, as a woman, how do you plan? And for the panel, as a woman today, how do you plan to leave a legacy for yourself when it's all said and done? Like, what do you want to do?
Say it again.
Yeah, what legacy do you want to leave for yourself? Like, what do you want people to remember when it's all said and done? And how are you creating that for yourself now?
I just want people to know, like, I fought a good fight. Like, I did my life. Like, I don't know. What you see is what you get, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know what I might leave here, but I hope it's something, like something that touched anybody, a boy, girl, trans man, anybody. So it could be anything.
Yeah. And I want to offer you just one thing because God put that on my
Probably
spirit.
my voice.
Stop fighting, sister.
Oh,
you do not have to fight anymore.
I'm done.
The fight is already won. You've won it because you're here. So you don't have to fight. You have nothing to prove to anybody. And that's just me learning that from my own self. And so one thing, my legacy is this, like, building Mouthy has given me the freedom to say things that I was always scared to say, to share opportunities with people who want to be in community. Like, I can't make people get along, and I can't make people be in community, but I can offer my platform no matter who you are. And when it's all said and done, my child can watch this back and she'll know my personality traits, and she can know some of the things, and hopefully I've created a dynasty that will pass on to her.
Your mother is that girl. If you come back and watch
since birth. Okay. But thank you so much for coming on.
Welcome.
I appreciate
so happy to be here.
Of course. It's your girl, Miss Mouthy. Even when you don't see me, you hear me.
Oh.
Till next time. No, for real. You're gonna hear me, bitch, and you're gonna see me.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.